Welcome everybody to Backlash. This is our first pay-per-view in universe mode where all our rivalries will come together. All the superstars will ignite in that ring tonight because the blood is boiling with most of these. And I will show you the card now in a second, but just say hello to this Memphis, Tennessee crowd. Sold out tonight. So tonight we will kick things off with the Beast versus Batista in a first blood match. And the rivalry with these two is kind of interesting because Batista didn't actually do a damn thing. It's just the Beast targeting to try and make a name for himself. So it'll be interesting to see how he fares off against the Animal Batista, who also returned from SmackDown and then to Raw to face the Beast in this first ever match. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Braun Strowman will face The Undertaker, as Undertaker is returning for some revenge on Braun Strowman for all the things Braun Strowman has been saying to him. RVD is looking to defend his United States Championship, which he won off Kevin Owens. Last week, Kevin Owens won a singles match and dominated RVD, so it really questions, does RVD have what it takes to win another singles match here tonight that he hasn't done yet against Kevin Owens. The Tag Team Championships are on the line as Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins will try and beat Cesaro and Sheamus to win these titles. Neville, who was an interesting person to eliminate Jinder Mahal from the WWE Championship, which Jinder Mahal owned, has since been in a rivalry with Jinder Mahal because of this. Jinder Mahal has been targeting Neville on Raw, and now Neville is looking to get revenge on the man who has bad blood with Neville. So the question is, does Neville have what it takes to beat Jinder Mahal one-on-one and prove himself as not only one of the greatest cruiserweights, but a contender for the WWE Championship in the future? And in our main event, Kurt Angle had returned from retirement with nothing but bad blood for Brock Lesnar, on top of which he wants to win a World Championship belt. And that's what he is getting the chance in Brock Lesnar in this main event. His match will be what he calls nothing but technical wrestling. So folks, this is Backlash, and we are about to kick things off. Here we go, folks. Everything comes together tonight as the Beast kicks the night off in our first blood match between himself and Batista. So let's just take this back to 2 weeks ago. The Beast started targeting Batista for no reason whatsoever backstage. Leading up to this, they would have a match and he would get himself disqualified, thus leading to a gigantic the 8-man tag team match on SmackDown the week prior to this whole show, and lost because Batista actually pinned Kurt Angle. So Batista has the biggest momentum leading into this, proving that he can beat a team of people. So let's just see if the Beast can deliver tonight. Keep in mind, this is a first blood match, and the objection of this match is to make your opponent bleed from the skull, which I don't think Batista will be able to do to the Beast. The Beast's head is made of steel, so how the hell are you going to make him bleed? And the Animal Batista making his way to the ring. Batista is a former world champion, and with that said, it would make sense that he won that 8-man tag match and was the person responsible. On top of which, Beast isn't used to matches like this, or the pressure of a large crowd. It's his first pay-per-view, so to beat the Animal Batista would actually be one of the biggest wins of his career. So far, he only has one victory over Shinsuke Nakamura. He's getting out of the ring because Batista is on the ropes. Oh, and he's knocking him off the ropes, and he's starting things off strong, attacking Batista while he was on the ropes. Cheap shots from the Beast starting things off. Batista trying to counter it, and the Beast getting the DDT off. Building some large momentum, the crowd going wild. Remember, this match allows you to use any weapons you want, which seemed to be something that the Beast was trying to do to take advantage of Batista. Now, we've seen the Beast make Batista bleed in the past, so if anything, this could be a short-lived match with that regard, because he did it very quickly. Because we don't even know if this man can bleed. Just stomping down Batista. Early goings here. And a suplex. Building some momentum with the crowd. Batista trying to get to his feet. More stomping. Of course, either man who wins would actually move very far up the ranking for a potential in winning a possible championship in the future. And the Beast, remember, there are no pinfalls in this match. Oh, and the Beast made short work of Batista. Made him bleed very quickly. Just look at that. He didn't even have to use his steel head. He just used his fists. That is a big message sent to Batista here tonight. And one wonders what will happen after this. Like, what does this mean for Raw? Where's Batista going? And more importantly, where's the Beast going? The Beast decided to just leave the arena here tonight. The animal Batista outside the ring can cuss. Well, there you have it, folks. Our first match out of the way, and a very quick one to say the least. And one wonders where Batista goes from here. But a message has been definitely sent to the WWE audience in regards to the Beast. No matter. We move on to our next match, ladies and gentlemen, because next we got some more action for you. Braun Strowman faced The Undertaker, and the winner was, of course, The Undertaker, who made very, very quick work of Braun Strowman, locking in the Death Valley stuff that he always does, such as the Tombstone Piledriver, and of course that match was amazing. Sorry I missed it. It's the way these things go. Three matches every video. If you just want to see more, just comment below. If you always see these pay-per-views, I could extend the amount of matches that be done at the pay-per-views. It's all up to you at the end of the day, but for now I stick to this formula just until everyone comments and explains what they want to see on the channel. But of course, Undertaker made quick work of Braun Strowman and puts himself into possible contendership after that one. One wonders if he'll face Brock Lesnar for the title or the winner of Kurt Angle. I mean, he is back now, so the question is, what's next on the dead man's radar? And of course, Rob Van Dam's facing against Kevin Owens for the United States Championship, and the winner of that was indeed Rob Van Dam, proving that he indeed could beat Kevin Owens in singles competition, locking the 5-star frog splash deep in the center of the ring, getting a pinfall. Great match. Kevin Owens obviously will need to think long and hard where his prospects are now that he no longer is United States Championship. Maybe he should change the t-shirt too. Cesaro and Sheamus fought against Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, and the winner of that match was Rollins and Ambrose. And of course it would be that way, because Shield members would always dominate with the way they play. Plus they're just overall better wrestlers. So that's the way that one went, folks. Anyways, we have 2 matches remaining. 2 big matches here on Backlash. So the next match we'll see Neville versus Jinder Mahal. As I've said to you folks, Jinder Mahal has a lot of bad blood with Neville, and the question is, who can win in this David and Goliath match? Of course, Jinder Mahal's statement is Neville unfairly attacked him from behind, and that's why he got eliminated, losing his title, and wants revenge on Neville that he hasn't properly extinguished, because he didn't make Neville lose his Cruiserweight title. So Neville will now look to prove that his victory over Jinder Mahal was not a fluke. So this match, folks, is next. And Neville will be introduced to the ring first, of course. The Cruiserweight Champion, all the way from Raw. And Neville will be here proving it's like Raw versus SmackDown right now. There's Neville being a Raw superstar and Jinder being a SmackDown superstar. One is a Cruiserweight, one is a Heavyweight. And really they're fighting for their brands on top of their own pride. So just to take us back what happened 2 weeks ago. Neville was introduced in SmackDown for the over-the-top rope battle royal for the WWE Championship. And he fell short of the match, but he did pretty well, eliminating the champion Jinder Mahal in that match. And thus Jinder Mahal seeked vengeance on Neville the following week on Raw. And thus what happened then was Jinder Mahal interfered in Neville's match with Kalisto, attacking Neville in a blind rage because Neville was nearly about to win the match, and that's just the way it went. So luckily Neville is still Cruiserweight Championship, so Jinder didn't really cost him too much, but there is a lot of bad blood between these two, and Jinder feels that Neville cost him his WWE Championship. So tonight, although Jinder isn't a Cruiserweight contender, and that Cruiserweight belt won't be on the line, tonight is all about that bad blood. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Jinder Mahal making his way down to the ring. The modern day Maharaj. I know the crowd ain't too fond of him tonight after his shenanigans last week. Of course, in that 8-man tag match, they never actually got to touch face properly. But tonight they will. Neville's team winning that match, of course. So the momentum is with Neville overall, I believe. He has a victory over Jinder Mahal, or at least an elimination. So tonight, he could possibly embarrass Jinder Mahal, because Jinder Mahal called him a wannabe wrestler, which is essentially saying that cruiserweights are nothing. The crowd just booing Jinder, but here we go. Neville, Jinder Mahal, co-main event here tonight. Here we go. Ring that bell. And Neville trying to put him away early with the pinfall, and Jinder just kicks out at a 1 count. Well, that would make sense because Jinder is very early into this match. The match literally just started. He's not going to be embarrassed that easily. He's not going to take that from Neville. The reversal. Oh, and Neville with that stunner, springboard stunner. Suplex from Neville, the man that gravity forgot. Will we see some high flying action from him here tonight? I think strategically that's what he should be planning on doing. He wants to use his speed to outsmart Jinder Mahal, thus wearing him down with time. And Jinder wants to keep this little guy grounded. He wants to use his size and crush the small frame of Neville. And Neville is no slouch to have in the frame. Like, Neville has quite a body for a cruiserweight. It's his height that gives it the disadvantage. And now sent to ringside to us, Neville. The ref obviously will begin this count. So far the night has been pretty good with a lot of interesting matchups. Neville throwing Jinder Mahal into that turnbuckle. I would have thought it'd be interesting to see these two fight with some sort of a stipulation, like a ladder match or Hell in a Cell. But oh, there we go. He's starting with the corkscrews. Unfortunately, it's the way it goes. Sometimes, you know, it would make sense to keep things legit, not let any of them cheat. They want to get back in the ring. That count is up to near 8. Neville playing smartness, realizing that, wants a legit victory over Jinder Mahal and not a quick out of ring count. He said he was going to pin Jinder Mahal for the 3 count. So if he strikes with the red arrow, then Jinder Mahal could be in a lot of trouble. And Jinder taunting Neville. And Neville taking down the Maharaj, and the pinfall schoolboy failed. That roll-up pin. Failed attempt there, headlock. Now Neville. And to the corner with Jinder Mahal. What's he planning here? Oh, we're going high risk, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and a giant Frankensteiner from the top rope. Just the athleticism of Neville here tonight. He's really taken it to Jinder. And he is proving that he can hang with the big boys. And a big 450 splash springboard. And now he's looking to get a submission on top of Jinder. An arm breaker, a cross arm breaker. Jinder, of course, breaking out of that with such strength. A fighter like him wouldn't easily go down the way he is. Jinder creating some space, needing to get back to his feet. Think this one out. And Jinder Mahal with a giant STO. Face fall away onto his face. Neville back to his feet. Both men cancel each other out at different points in this match so far. Very technical aspect, seeing some high flying aspects from Neville, but he's going to have to do a lot more than that to take down a man like Jinder Mahal, who's seen his fair share of high flyers dismantled over the years in his career. But what I'd be more interested in seeing is the cheap tactics of Jinder Mahal if things start not going his way. But he said this match is all about pride, and it actually is. It is all about pride. Oh, giant backdrop from the top rope. That's going to wear down the body of Neville. So when you wear your opponent down, it'd be very hard to do high-flying moves the way Neville does. So the longer this match goes on, it's actually just worse for Neville. Jinder looking to set something up here. The whiplash forearm. Oh, just breaking the back of Neville. That kind of inverted DDT backbreaker. Oh, and a giant knee from Jinder Mahal. And is that it? Is that what's going to sell this tonight? But Jinder isn't finishing there. He has more in mind. Oh, and a drop over from Neville. Changing the momentum yet again. I'd be very surprised to see where things go from here if Neville actually wins, because he would have bet what is technically the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. Does that earn him a spot? And a giant suplex from the top rope from Neville. And the momentum is shifting, folks. Could this be it? Could we see... Oh! And a standing red arrow corkscrew moonsault. And now he's going for a beast bite. A giant... Oh! He has it locked in on Jinder. A submission in the center. Could this be it? Could Jinder tap to a man like Neville in the center of the ring? Oh, and he just escapes by a second millimeter. But Jinder is worn out and Neville is going up top. Oh! He just missed that inverted 450 splash. And Jinder... Jinder Mahal is going to have to dig deep here, because I think he's underestimating Neville, accepting this singles competition and wanting this. Neville going for the 3 count. Oh, and a big kick out from Jinder Mahal at 2. That was actually close. I'd say both men are absolutely worn out in this match. Stomping on the arm of Jinder. What's Neville's intentions here? Creating some space. Thinking. He thought very quickly with that one. A giant moonsault. Springboard moonsault from Neville. He still has a lot of gas in his tank to do all these movements. That just shows how fresh he is in this match. And in fairness, he's absolutely bringing it to Jinder. Wearing him down. Keeping Jinder Mahal grounded. Tactics that should be used by Jinder on Neville. And if Jinder Mahal loses here tonight, I think it'd be goodbye to a rematch against Ambrose for the title. Because at the end of the day, while he has a rematch clause, how does it hold up if he's not number one contender anymore? And Neville, top rope. Oh, Neville to the center of the ring with that giant suplex from the top rope. This is the second time we've seen them going up high. And Neville is thinking red arrow. And with all good reason, this could spell the end. And it connects on Jinder Mahal in the center of the ring. The 3 count, and this could be it. Neville is the number one contender for the WWE Championship, and he has brought it to Jinder Mahal here tonight on Backlash. I cannot believe my eyes. Neville defying the odds in this David versus Goliath storyline. The replay tells the tale as he's brought him to the center for that pin count. And of course, the red arrow from the top rope told the tale. Neville is your winner here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in the co-main event. And I bet you anything he's thinking he wants to call out Ambrose for a title shot. Do you hear him, Sean? He said, you're next, Ambrose. He wants a title shot. And one wonders what Jinder Mahal's plan is after that. But anyways, folks, let's get on to our main event of the night, because this is where things are about to pick up. Here we go, folks. Our main event of the night. Kurt Angle in singles competition for the Universal Championship against Brock Lesnar. Of course, Kurt Angle will come out first. So let's recap with how this all came about as our Olympic gold medalist makes his way to the ring. So what happened, folks, was Kurt Angle returned from a long post-spin off. He essentially was retired, came back, claimed he wanted a title shot, went quiet for a week, and on the following week he interfered in Brock Lesnar's match with Braun Strowman, attacking Brock Lesnar with a steel chair and double teaming him with Braun Strowman. And Braun Strowman said, if you want a title shot, I'll lie back and then I'll beat your sorry ass. So essentially, Braun Strowman said if he can beat Brock Lesnar for the title, then Braun Strowman will look for a title shot against Kurt Angle, which makes sense on Braun Strowman's part. But at the end of the day, Kurt Angle was playing dirty tactics to earn this shot against Lesnar. He didn't even climb the goddamn rankings. So let's just see if he has what it takes here tonight in a main event against Brock Lesnar. I guess he's earned it, but let's just see what Brock Lesnar thinks about that. And there he is, folks, the Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. The Beast incarnate, and he is looking to walk away with that title again. This man hasn't lost in a long time, and he has a great history of defeating Kurt Angle, just like last week when his team beat Kurt Angle as Batista pinned him in the center. So we already know that Kurt Angle either has injuries or just isn't going to do what he's claiming he's going to do. He doesn't have what it takes to win against the likes of Batista, who isn't even champion. And Brock Lesnar is a different animal to Batista in this current day and age. So this is going to be quite a long night for Kurt Angle. Here we go, folks. The Universal Championship is on the line. Here we go. Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, the main event. Backlash rivalry is about to accelerate. So Kurt Angle just standing there, and next of all, Brock Lesnar takes him down. So Brock, just as we expected, coming out of the gate strong, looking to end Kurt Angle's career, end Kurt Angle's return here on Backlash. Kurt hasn't even been at a pay-per-view in a long time. He hasn't headlined in a long time. And a giant back suplex. But so far, my money's for Brock Lesnar, as the Suplex City chants again start to reign this arena. One wonders what Kurt Angle's true intention is here, because at the end of the day, he was meant to come back as a general manager to Raw, and he just decides, no, I'm going to go for a title shot. And against the very man who he has never beaten for a title in a proper terms. Brock Lesnar has a lot of victories over Kurt Angle in the past, and common enough as well as Brock Lesnar being a face whenever he faces Kurt Angle. You know, a positive mindset. The fans love him, and Kurt Angle is hated as usual. So, and that didn't take long, because Kurt Angle came back with positive intentions, saying positive things to the fans. And I don't know if it's gluttony, greed, or jealousy, but he did state that he is jealous of what Brock Lesnar has and he wants it. So I think it is just wanting to add another notch to his belt. More so perhaps getting a victory over the very man he hasn't really properly defeated in combat, in a main event for a title in that regard. And the strength of Brock Lesnar, tossing Kurt Angle around like a sack of potatoes. Now Brock Lesnar in the mounted position, getting absolute punches raining down on the skull of Kurt Angle. This could actually just bust him open, just like the Beast busted open Batista earlier tonight. Because again, Kurt Angle, we know, hasn't gotten the train properly as of late. Only came back and it's claiming titleship contendership. I think he's at a huge disadvantage, and so far tonight, it has just been the Beast. Sorry, my correction. The Beast incarnate laying waste to Kurt Angle. And I think we're going to see an F5, an early stage one. And he's driving the head of Kurt Angle into the turnbuckle, putting him down. So maybe we won't see an F5 just yet. Oh, and a Brocklock. Kurt Angle, though, very technical wrestler. And I think this is where he'll get his well-needed reversal. But no. It looks like a Kimura attempt. Remember, Daniel Puder locked this on Kurt Angle years ago, and Kurt Angle smartly pinfalled him. But obviously getting out of Brock Lesnar's attempt now. I guess he learned that reversal long ago because of Daniel Puder, so he wouldn't be embarrassed on live television ever again. Elbows to the stomach of Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle isn't really doing enough here to get a victory over Brock Lesnar in my books. He needs to do something like that. Yes, exactly like that. A double leg takedown to the champion. And another double leg takedown. He's going to need to do a lot more than that though. But the pinfall attempt is clear. One. Kick out from Brock Lesnar. Kurt's absolutely struggling with Brock Lesnar here tonight as he lays a headbutt in. And I think we're going to see exactly what the crowd is chanting as Suplex City is underway. I think the end is near. I wonder why Kurt Angle wanted a match with Brock Lesnar so badly. I don't think he's on the same era as Brock Lesnar anymore. I mean, Kurt Angle has a large age gap with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is still young, fresh. Kurt Angle is getting old. I think it's time he retired. And it's terrible to say, but this match so far is proving that point. That Kurt Angle hasn't won since coming back. He's lost against Batista. He's, and it looks like he's going to lose against Brock Lesnar here tonight. Because so far, it just doesn't look like he's doing enough to get that victory. The Irish whip. Knee. Dropping Lesnar. Lesnar creating that well-needed space. Escaping Kurt Angle's, well, it was going to be an Olympic slam attempt. And now Kurt outside the ring with Brock Lesnar. I wonder what the intentions are here. Oh, I think he's going to drive his skull into the ground. powerbomb onto that concrete floor. I think the momentum is finally shifting in favor of the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. And he's going to have to be careful. That count is at 5. They're going to have to get back in the ring because he can't win the title by form of countdown. Get back in the ring, damn it, Kurt. And Kurt Angle has won here tonight by ring out. And I think he's actually, the look on his face says he is absolutely so annoyed because at the end of the day, he was meant to win this match by pinfall to become champion. You do not win a title by form of DQ, and you do not win the title doesn't change hands by form of ring out. So Kurt Angle just beat Brock Lesnar. Now that is a big feat, but at the end of the day, so many questions are going to be asked on the next week of Raw and SmackDown because of this. What is going to happen, folks? Because Kurt Angle has just literally beat Brock Lesnar, but did not win the title, and he is livid. He is so annoyed. He did not see that coming. That came out of nowhere, and Brock Lesnar is livid too. But folks, that has been Backlash. I hope you have enjoyed. Next week will be Raw, and we will get answers to see maybe a possible rematch for the title. Who knows? But anyways, thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed us today, and if you did, you know what you have to do. Like, subscribe, join the Kamikaze tribe, and I'll see you guys at the next one.